Buddha was not liberated. This is a highly controversial or volatile question, not controversial in my opinion. But when Buddha was asked, "Are you liberated?" he says, "No, I am awake." So what does that mean? Is awake means liberated? Of course not. There's thousands and millions of people that are awake. Are they liberated? No. What is the meaning of liberation? So I'm going to delve a little bit deeper into this, and from a very try to be objective as possible. And for those of you who like the contents of my videos, please don't forget to press like and subscribe. This is going to greatly help my channel to be able to reach out to more people, and you'll be greatly assisting not only me and my channel, but also a lot of people just by you pressing like and subscribe. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Osman, hashtag the blind Muslim yogi. I'm a bioenergy healer on a master level with telepathic healing capabilities, specializing in critical care recovery and terminal illnesses, amongst a host of other physiological, psychological, and even spiritual ailments. And remember that if you have any conditions that you want me to consider, you can connect with me for free. Let's discuss your situation, and I'm offering a free consultation. The first consultation is free, and you can learn more and get some suggestions about this. I'm also a yoga and meditation teacher, having been practicing this art form for about almost 50 years and teaching it now for 46 years. In that period, I've studied under some great masters from different schools of thought, from the Far East, the Middle East, the West, and including the scientific communities. And I've created my own unique protocols, adapting them for the 21st century, basically making them quicker, faster, easier, and more results oriented. To that end, I now have students in over 100 countries, and my favorite protocol is my 5-minute yoga and meditation program, which you can download for free by visiting my website, yogawellness786.com. So don't underestimate the 5-minute yoga and meditation program. This took decades in the making, and it's very power-packed, and it is a call with just 5 minutes a day for you to feel a result from day one, where you start to feel like your consciousness is improving, changing, calming, and just a little 5 minute, and from which you can either build up, but it makes things very time efficient, because sometimes during the day or anytime you're feeling very stressed out, or you need a quick relief without having to resort to drugs or problems or sitting in that situation for a long time. You can use this as a amazing tool. Of course, it's not magical, but it is reasonably effective, and just 5 minutes of your time, it's an amazing thing, right? So coming back to the Buddha, once when he asked, is he liberated? If he was liberated, he'll say it's a simple thing, yes or no. Yes, I'm liberated. No, I'm not liberated, right? So he didn't say, no, I'm not liberated. Neither did he say, yes, I am, liberated. But he said, what did he say? I am awake. So liberated is liberated from what? Liberated from usually means from the cycle of birth and death. So let's look a little deeper about the hypothesis that is prevalent among some of the reputable thought leaders, right? So we will say that looking from a Hindu perspective, the books have predicted the birth of Buddha before he was born, the Hindu books, right? And they say he is but an incarnation of God, according to the Hindu books, right? And he is not the first incarnation, and he is an incarnation of the Vishnu aspect of God. And one of the incarnations was Krishna. Another incarnation was, I think there was a tortoise incarnation, a fish incarnation, and so forth, where an empowered being, or what they say, Vishnu, takes birth again and again and again. So is Krishna liberated for that matter? Right? Let's take a good example. Or is Rama liberated? No, because they have to be born again and again. Because their job is to keep coming when there is a transition or decline is great, or evil is reached a level that needs correction from an empowered entity, and the regular people are unable to attend to those problems, or some new change in the era is happening, and that maybe knowledge is being lost, it needs to be revived. Whatever the reasons is, they're coming. So when the Buddha says, ask, is he liberated? He knows, perhaps, right, that he's an incarnation, and that he's going to be, he was born many times before, and he's going to be born again. So it means not liberated. But when he says, I'm awake, means he's not under the delusion of Maya, right? So Maya is an illusory curtain that wipes out people's memories in order to make them more effective in their current life. Because if you're going to keep thinking of your past life and your past this thing, how are you going to live your normal, current life? Now you're in a current situation, current life, and you need to attend, to your duties currently, and not reminisce and worry about things from the past, and worried about things, your next birth and so forth. So it's a tool to help you, but also it blocks, it makes you devoid of all your memory, of all your knowledge. So you are a blank slate. And then usually 99.99% of the time, the people are mistaking what they see for something which it is not. They think that the earth is just some sand, the chair is just an object, the mountain is just a physical object, there's no life in it. But when the spiritual eye opens, or when they become woke, right, spiritually woke, right, where they can see not only the ambit of the physicality, but also the energy aspect, the energy vibrations in everything. So they see everything as alive. They see the chair as alive, the mountain is alive, the ocean is alive, the soil is so much of energy, right? The different energy as living consciousness. They've got its independent frequency and independent consciousness, just as how a human would have, and how animals would have, and trees would have. So they see it that way. So they call themselves awake, right? And not deluded. They know, they're looking at things in its correct perspective. So the Buddha, when he said he's awake, he meant he is on an elevated level, high enough, and he's seeing everything in his correct perspective. But is he liberated? No. He's going to be born again and again, because that's his duty, to come in and teach people when the spiritual sciences are lost, and guide people again, in a way that is conducive to that time. Because sometimes the spiritual knowledge, which is too difficult for the current time. So as time goes on, there's always not only avatars, or so-called avatars, but there's also enlightened beings that come in, or teachers, right? Spiritual teachers with higher levels of spiritual knowledge, or people, on a journey, and their spiritual journey, and they are sharing their knowledge as they're gaining knowledge from their experience, to make life easier for other people. So hope that information helps you. Take care of yourself always.